Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Woke by Accident podcast. It is a weekly chat about socially conscious topics impacting the culture. I'd like to extend my gratitude in you listening to this podcast. It means everything to me, and I hope it is clear that this subject matter is so important to me. I care about our people, our future, and making a positive change in this nation.
This episode is powered by Poddex.
Do you find it difficult to come up with content ideas for your podcast? Or perhaps you've gotten stuck during an interview with a guest where you just have nothing more to ask? Try Poddex today. Poddex is the best all-in-one podcast idea generation tool. You get everything from episode ideas to interesting conversation starters for interviews, engaging discussions for your live streams, and even social media content ideas. With this tool, you don't have to spend weeks trying to come up with content for an episode or unique questions for your guests. Just shuffle the cards, pick one at random, hit the record button, and get started. Now you can make better content, have more fun while you're at it, and get your viral moment. All with Poddex. Head over to poddex.com and use code C4C. Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Woke by Accident podcast. And this episode is especially for the content creators of color collective. Welcome. Today I wanted to provide an update in the matter of Kim Potter. She was the former police officer responsible for the death of Daunte Wright. Daunte Wright, we may recall, on April 11th of 2021, is a 20-year-old African-American man who was fatally shot during a traffic stop. Now, Kim Potter, during the traffic stop, attempted to pull him over for a warrant, and after a brief struggle, Potter shot Daunte Wright in the chest at close range. She meant to use her taser, shouting "taser," before firing her service pistol instead. So that was the initial or original incident. As we may recall, she was convicted. So Potter was convicted back on December 23rd of 2021 of first-degree manslaughter and second-degree manslaughter. So just this past Friday, we received the sentence. She was sentenced to 24 months and a fine of $1,000 on Friday following her conviction in the death of Daunte Wright. She will serve 16 months in prison and the remaining 8 months on a supervised release. And the Judge Regina Chu, acknowledged that this sentence was a significant downward departure from sentencing guidelines. Attorney Benjamin Crump noted that this sentence is more than what some individuals receive for marijuana charges. So here, she ended or was responsible for the death of Daunte Wright, and she's receiving a sentence longer than some receive for a slight marijuana charge. The judge made a statement, and this is according to ABC. "I recognize that there will be some who disagree with the sentence that I granted, and a significant downward departure does not in any way diminish Daunte Wright's life. His life mattered, and to those who disagree and feel a longer sentence is appropriate, as difficult as it may be, please try to empathize with Ms. Potter's situation." Chu stated that she received hundreds of letters in support of Potter. So apparently she curbed her decision, or her decision was curbed somehow by these letters of support for former officer Kimberly Potter. So that's pretty interesting. It is also noted here that a surcharge of $78 is taken out of Potter's prison wages, and she already has a credit of 58 days served in jail while she is awaiting sentencing. Now, the maximum sentence that she could have received for the first-degree manslaughter was 15 years and a $30,000 fine for second-degree manslaughter, 10 years, and a $20,000 fine. So to receive 16 months in prison and 8 months on a supervised release and a $1,000 fine, that's quite significantly less than the maximum, clearly. So overall, the sentencing was very disappointing. And another thought I wanted to share was a quote mentioned in the ABC article from Katie Ann Wright, Daunte Wright's mother, that she shared during the trial before the sentencing, her impact statement. She shared to the judge. She asked the judge to give Potter the maximum sentence, and she stated, "I will never be able to forgive you for what you have stolen from us," addressing Potter during her statement. "You took his future. My life and my world will never be the same." In her statement, she said that she would not be able to give Potter sympathy. "How do you show remorse when you smile in your mugshot after being sentenced to manslaughter after taking my son's life?" Katie Ann Wright also told the judge that Potter left her family's world with so much darkness and heartache. She said that Potter never once said her son's name, only referring to him as the driver, which she saw as dehumanizing her son. She said, "I will continue saying your name until driving while black is no longer a death sentence." Now that was pretty powerful. Driving while black is no longer a death sentence. Wow. Sadly, is it a death sentence? I mean, it feels that way sometimes, right? That, just be doing normal actions. The FedEx driver just doing his job. People are trying to cut him off the road and shoot at him. Ahmaud Arbery just jogging through the neighborhood, and the neighbors are hunting him down and trying to end his life. They did end his life because they thought he didn't belong there. So many cases. Elijah McClain, just so many cases where it seemed as though we didn't belong because of our skin color. Something to think about. So it looks like people are beginning to protest. From the news reports that I'm seeing, they've went out to the judge's home to protest. We will continue to provide relevant updates for you, and we thank you guys for listening. Take care. At this time, we're going to go ahead and conclude the episode. We greatly appreciate you listening. We invite you to follow us on social media. On Instagram, it is Woke by Accident Podcast. On Twitter, it is Woke by. On Facebook, it is Woke by Accident Podcast. We also have the new website up, www.wokebyaccident.net. Please check us out, and also follow us on all of your favorite streaming platforms, and please leave a review and share feedback. You can also reach out by Gmail, wokebyaccident@gmail.com. And every time you listen, we appreciate it so much. Thank you for listening, and take care.